Well, good morning. This is Dave, and this is my Instant Pot. Say hello. We're going to do a quick water test. Let's make sure that the seal is correct and in place. It is. Look, I've got a little hook where I can put the lid on. I really like that. This is my steamer basket, by the way. So we're making sure that we've got the inner pot in. I could take the steamer basket out right now, but I'll just leave it in. It's not going to hurt anything. Now, pressure cooker, or excuse me, the Instant Pot is a pressure cooker. It's a modern day pressure cooker that cooks with steam, of course. In order to make steam, you have to have water. Okay? So put in about a cup of water. You can see I measured precisely. And let's put the lid on. Now, let's flip this like so, and you'll hear the little beeps, and then you can't see it from there, but on the top is the relief valve. I'm going to turn the relief valve to set. I hit the pressure button, set it 5 minutes. I'm going to drop it down to 2, and off we go. Now, it will take a while for the Instant Pot to come up to pressure. So you see it's on, but it's not up to pressure, so it's not cooking just yet. This is the water test that makes sure that your Instant Pot is working correctly. And it, for the new users, this is really important. The manufacturer recommends that you do the water test, not only to test the pot, but also to get familiar with how the pot works and to gain a confidence level that it's not difficult. It's rather simple, really. And what's happening right now, it's heating up. And it's going to boil that water, and that water will turn to steam, and pressure will build. And then we should hear a little beep that says, hey, we're up to pressure and we're cooking. And then it'll count down. I'm hoping we'll see that now. It'll count down, and our 2 minutes of cook time. And then it will beep again, a distinctive beep that tells us that it's done cooking. So I'm hoping that we'll see that. And once it's done cooking, we'll come over here and we'll release the pressure valve. You'll see that. You'll see some steam, hot steam coming out. So gotta be careful. You don't want to put your hand over the relief valve when it's releasing the steam. Don't do that, you'll get burnt. I don't want anybody to get injured. Now I can hear that something's happening in here. And you'll hear the pot will make a little bit of noise as it's expanding and heating up. It's heating up the water that we put in there. So these other features I want to mention while we're waiting, you can even saute in the Instant Pot. Now, one of the things I like about the Instant Pot, that inner pot that we cook in, that's food grade stainless, okay? So I like that better than, for example, a crock pot, which I used to use a lot. Some questions come to mind. Where does the crock pots come from when they're manufactured? Does the lead leach out when you cook something with tomato sauce? Is it possible that lead could leach out? And I'm not so sure if that's true or not, but food grade stainless, I'm pretty comfortable with that, okay? So anyway, you got the saute mode down here. I mostly just use this high pressure. I don't saute too much anymore because we're getting away from using oil when we cook. We're plant-based, whole food, oil-free, or cooking, and for our health. What other buttons do we have here? Yeah, I'll tell you what, you can do some cool stuff with this. It even has a slow cooker function. I've never used that because the whole idea with the Instant Pot is rather than taking 8 hours with a slow cooker to cook a meal, we'll do that in a fraction of the time. Instead of 8 hours, it'll be more like 1 hour to cook, for example, a pot of beans. Or a pot of bean soup, a veggie bean soup, which I love to do that. And So there's also a yogurt button on here. Now, back before I started this diet, I experimented with making yogurt in the Instant Pot. It is like the easiest thing in the world. You won't believe how easy it is to make yogurt in the Instant Pot. And all the Instant Pot does, when you hit the yogurt button, it'll it'll go for about 8 hours when you're doing yogurt, and it just keeps it at the right temperature. That's all it does. And I don't put the top on. I have a glass cover that I put on, and I have a silicone lid. So there are some accessories that I recommend. Tongs, that's one. The steamer basket we already showed. These are silicone mitts. Hey, Kermit the Frog. That you can use to take out the hot inner pot if you so feel that you need to do that, or you could just let it cool off right where it is, because we want to do everything nice and safe is the concept that occurs to me. I hear something happening. I'm hoping that it's going to come up to speed quickly, because I want you to hear the beeps that it's up to pressure. I said up to speed, I meant up to pressure. Okay, so it comes with a couple of accessories. You'll get a little paddle, or a spoon. I hang on to these. These are kind of handy. Notice this has a little hole there, so you can use that to move the pressure release valve if you don't want to touch it. You know, some people have a little hesitancy, especially when they first get the pot. They're not familiar with it, so they have anything that we're not familiar with. We sometimes have a fear of, I suppose, huh? The fear of the unknown. So you can hook it here, and boop. This should beep pretty quickly here that it's up to speed, because I can hear the water boiling inside. Can you hear that? It comes with a trivet. The trivet that it came with, I don't ever use that, because I just do a few simple dishes. I do beans, and I do veggie bean soup, and then so did you hear that? Say look now. Now it's going to start counting down our 2 minutes. So it's cooking now. So it's working. So far, so good. It's working perfect. All right. So in 2 minutes, you'll see it gives a different beep. It's distinctive. I think it's like a series of beeps that says, hey, I'm done cooking. You'll see it's going to drop down to 1. It's counting down. Okay. And so I hope this is helpful. Don't be hesitant to use your Instant Pot. Don't get intimidated by all the different buttons. Notice that I'll share with you, I only use a couple buttons on here the whole time I've had it. I use high pressure. It's kind of like the default. I find no reason to do anything much different. Now, if you get experimental, once you get familiar with it, hey, that's great. Now we're down to 1 minute. We're almost done here. You'll see it's gonna have a distinctive beep, series of beeps saying, hey, I'm done cooking. I use the yogurt button when I'm making the yogurt. Making yogurt in an Instant Pot is like the easiest thing in the world. And it's perfect yogurt with no additives, no added sugar. Then you can do with it what you want. You could strain it and make Greek yogurt. You could add some fruit. You could make, your overnight oats with yogurt. So the saute, I've used that in the past. There's some caveats with that that we can save for another time. But we're almost done here, and then I'm going to show you how we release the pressure. I might bring the camera in a little closer so that you can get a better look. All right, so now it's can you see that? There you go. It's beeping that it's done. You see that low message? Now it'll still count. It'll count down, because if you don't release it, that's no harm, no foul. it'll do what's called a natural release. But what I want to show you is the quick release. Can I put the camera over here? I've got the camera on a stand, and let's see, does that work? So I'm going to flip the pressure relief valve and release the pressure. Okay. There goes the pressure. Okay. And those sounds that you hear, those are all normal. Now, they'll talk about the pin dropping. Can you see the pin? See, that pin is up right now. It hasn't released all the pressure. Once the pressure is released, that pin will drop. And then we'll be able to remove the lid. Pretty cool, right? It's super safe, y'all. It's got all kinds of safety sensors and so forth in it. So, you know, there, the pin dropped, and now, hey, okay, so there's our lid. I like to drain some of the water. All right, and I'll put the lid over here this time. And that's the water test, okay? Our Instant Pot is working beautifully. And thank you so much for watching, and I hope this is helpful. Have a great day.